Are you ready?
Is this going to take long?
Nah, shouldn't be too long. When was the first time you met Andy Mitchell?
I think I'd just come out of my Spanish exam, and I was about to jump on the bus back to Partick. And then I saw him. I saw him just as clear as I'm seeing you now. I knew I had to make a movie, and I knew it had to be about him.
Is this thing on?
Don't touch that.
Sorry.
All right, let's get started. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. My name's Andy Mitchell, and I want to be a wrestler.
Or at least, it was meant to be the story of Andy Mitchell wanting to be a wrestler, but instead, this is an investigation as to why we never got to see that vision come to fruition. And let me just give you a little spoiler right now. It's not my fault. It's the fault of an undedicated crew, a quite frankly untalented cast, and a number of other people who wanted to see this project fail since day one. So despite the fact that Andy Mitchell Wants to Be a Wrestler would have been a cinematic masterpiece for the ages, instead, I treat you to this. I present to you a warning. I present 10 reasons not to make a movie. So basically, Andy Mitchell Wants to Be a Wrestler was what it says in the tin. It was a story about a man who wanted to realise his dream of becoming a professional wrestler, and the camera crew who were going to follow his every move and try and help him realise that dream in the end. So we've already met two of the characters, Andy Mitchell playing Andy Mitchell, and Joe Thomas playing Clive Carlin Lane, the director of the fictional documentary about Andy.
Thank you for coming, Andy.
No worries.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah. How long's it been?
A while.
Yeah.
I think that's not down to me.
So, like I said before, this would have been a cinematic masterpiece. It would have perfected the mockumentary formula that has been done in the past by movies like This Is Spinal Tap, The Office, Parks and Recreation, but it would have done it 10 times better because it had me at the helm. It had me as its writer and it had me as its director, and I am the future of the film industry. Matter of fact, some may call it arrogance, I just call it being truthful. But as you'll soon see, the problem wasn't me. The problem was the team that I was surrounded by were just incompetent. So 2.5 years ago, they all agreed to help me make this film. And 2.5 years later, I sit in this room alone, talking to you all. Now, some of them will be swinging by to give their take on it, because I think it's good to give people a fair trial.
Yes, I'd have to agree with that. I think it was definitely, that first meeting was very important in terms of us all getting to know one another. What do you want to know about him? You wrote him.
What can you tell me about him? Tell the viewer.
He was a good part. I thought when you wrote it and gave it to me, it was interesting because I felt like Nicky and Jack and Joe, well, Andy was playing himself. Nicky, Jack and Joe, I felt were playing alternative versions of their self. You were like exaggerating parts of them to create new characters. And then there was this character who you'd written, which was you. I thought it was really odd because I thought everyone was playing themselves except me who was playing you. And there's things you and I really disagreed on about him.
Yeah, would you say you were a pain in the arse to work with?
Me?
Why don't you start by telling us your name?
But you already know my name.
Well, yes, I know your name, but
Well,
it's just, so we can put it in the film, sort of.
I liked Sticks as a character. I remember reading it for the first time and going like, wow, this is going to be fun to play. This is going to be a real challenge for me. I don't really do much acting, but I'm, usually playing the kind of straight man kind of thing. And to be playing the comic relief of the thing, I felt a lot of weight on my shoulders, but I was relishing the chance to help you out and help the movie out. And
Yeah, and it's one of those things that, you sound appreciative now. I don't think you always show it for the opportunities that I have presented you with that role. Writing such an incredible character like Sticks. Would you say that your work and your effort were up to the scratch of the standard?
absolutely, yeah, because the character wasn't immaculately written. He was written well, yeah. It's an interesting character, but then again, like, that's like any character written on paper is different when you actually see the person do it, and it's I would definitely say I lived up to the expectations.
Yeah.
Might not have been perfect, but then again, I didn't even get some of the takes that I wanted. A few times I wanted another extra take, and you thought it was good, so I was happy.
And that's the thing. I think a theme that's coming up, and I think the viewers can see, is one of just people thinking they know better than me. And we all know that that's just not the case.
So what made you want to help out on the project?
Bored?
Nicholas, thank you for being here.
Nicholas?
Nicholas,
Nicky, thanks.
we're doing a professional investigation as to why this movie failed, so I need to use your professional name. So just to get us started off, could you tell me the character that you played in the failed making of Andy Mitchell Wants to Be a Wrestler?
See, to be honest, mate, it's been about 2 years since I did it, isn't it? So probably not.
Try to remember, what was your character's name? What was
Stephen.
his role in the movie?
Stephen's basically just me, but in a movie, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Moody Dick.
bit moody, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit moody, handsome.
Would you see the moodiness you brought to set?
Help the character.
It helped the character, some might say, but maybe contributed to the overall.
I'd say, see, if it was like a big
Destruction.
movie, there'd be like crew going on Reddit and that being like, oh, he's terrible.
Yeah,
Don't work with that guy. He wanted to wait early every day and that.
I think so. And we were talking about this earlier, just the insubordination of certain people towards me. Why are you laughing?
Because I'd say it was more totalitarianism.
But the failure of the movie probably starts from the
Me
Yeah.
nitpicking the part.
well, the insubordination, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well-
in the beginning.
I mean, if we're going there though, at the end of the day, I showed up for every shoot. Through thick or thin,
yeah.
tooth and nail, whatever you asked of me, as a favour for a friend, unpaid, I lost a lot of money. Yes.
Yeah.
So, actually, why don't you just pop your clogs
Right.
and I can talk about the film.
Aye, in fact, do you know what? I'd rather you just get out, to be completely honest, and I'll just do this myself, because
Do I do it yourself?
I'll sit, and if you're going to take...
You've always thought that. you know?
Think so?
I do believe that.
I don't think the rest of us would see it that way.
Well, it's not really the truth, is it? It's not really the truth.
I think it'd probably be better if I just done this myself, do you?
You'd like that.
What do you want me to talk about when you're away?
Well,
Other than I'll actually see what happens.
You know better. You know better. You talk about what you feel is the right thing to talk about. I'll leave.
Thank fuck.
I'll leave. You think you can do it better? If you want me to do it on your own, you think you can do it better, that's absolutely fine. You can do it better on your own, you do that. That's absolutely fine. Alright. Goodbye. You know what? Fine. If that's how you want to do it, that's fine. Everyone thinks they've known better from the start. You thought you know better from the fucking start.
I do know better.
Right, that's fine. Enjoy yourself then. Alright.
So having spoke about all these people, that actually leads me on to reason number 1 for not making a movie. Never make a movie because it will lead to you realising that your friends or people that you thought were your friends are morons.
It started off really nice and pleasant. We were all a family. We were a cast, you know, a casting crew that would have done anything for each other. None of us are that experienced. We're all trying to help each other out here. And when you have somebody like that at the helm who just pushes you to the fucking brink.
I mean, I call him a friend, but being friends with David is like carrying around a hurricane on a leash, you know, that's way too tight. You either just get swept up and away with it, or you have to genuinely work and concert all your effort to stay away from it destroying everything in its path.
And David came up to me one day and basically said he was interested in making a wrestling film. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't think he wanted me as a sort of actor in it because I can't act. But he was like, Andy, you have this physicality and presence that I'd like to base the film around you. And I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
The genius that I am, I myself and myself alone had a light bulb moment. I said, what if we filmed you doing your wrestling training? And Andy said, that might be a good idea. But then I thought, a good idea, I'm better than good ideas. You know, I am, like I've said, I am cinema. I am the filmmaker of my generation. So I turned to Andy and said, no, that's what losers would do. Losers would just film you training. We need to write a script and we need to write a mockumentary.
David told me he was writing a film. I said, I'll not be anywhere near that. and then he eventually coaxed me into it, saying, well, I've wrote a part that's literally just you. All you'll need to do, you'll only be here for like 2 days. Something like that, I think he said. So I said that eventually, Jack was doing it as well, so I thought, that's one of my close friends will do that. And it was awful. It's now nearly 3 years later. I'm still being shouted at him in a wee room. Oh, I remember that first day at the gym, you know, it was such a great day.
We shot in the arsehole of Scotland. I did not know where this place was. I had to get 2 trains and walk half an hour to, there was a rogue Greg's in this area and a couple other things in this fucking place where David had found for us to film. So the whole thing, I was going into it very negatively. I'm losing money because I'm not in work. I'm not getting paid to be here. And I have to travel an exorbitant way to fucking do it.
It was not a comfortable environment.
This was a great location. It perfectly fit in with the script. It was a lovely sort of Mickey's gym from Rocky aesthetic, you know, that I was really looking for. And I thought the cast and crew would appreciate the work that I'd done. But we got there and the ungrateful bastards didn't stop complaining the full time about how it looked old, about how it was cold, about how the only thing needed was a fucking Greg's. And to be honest with you, that hurt. You know, I'm putting myself on the line to try and make this film happen, but no one else, you know, seems to share my excitement. You know what I mean? And that's reason number 2 not to make a film. Your excitement will always be fucked in the end by people less excited than you.
and we're told by Mr. David Campbell, we're told about what was going to be this amazing pull for us, and how we've landed a great character, a great person to play a great character in this movie, and that was.
And we show up, and this cunt is nowhere to be found. I'm waiting around, and we just are sitting, twiddling our thumbs, just doing nothing, just talking inane shit.
The call time is 9 a.m. and I notice it's 9:01, and I don't enjoy tardiness. It's not something I expect from cast, crew, or even my own family. So I send a text, and I'm like, hey man, just to check in, whereabouts are you? And he sends a text back saying, sorry mate, I've made a mess of the time difference. I'm in London. So I'm thinking, London? Bit far away from Linwood, mate. But as you can tell, I'm a patient man. I don't get angry. So I just I was calm about it. I was like, right, when's your flight back to Glasgow? And he said, I land at 12. And I was like, that's fine. I will get one of my people to pick you up at the airport, out of the goodness of my heart. And we'll take you to set. We'll have you done within an hour. Right? And he says, that's wonderful, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Campbell. And I'm like, it's fine. Just don't let this happen again.
I would like to say asked, but I was kind of ordered to go and pick him up. And I'd say to David, I was like, my car's not really fit. I can't start and stop it all the time because there's something wrong with the battery. And he was like, I don't care, just go and get him. So essentially I was driving around, and while I was about to appear at the airport, I got a phone call from David saying he's not at the airport, he's at home. And he lived quite locally from where I was at the time, so I drove home, and I was still waiting.
Andy, who's meant to be the star of this movie, is driving round, is it or somewhere, or Clydebank, driving around there trying to find where this fucking wrestler was.
6'3" in his tiny little car, and he's driving about.
So to no avail, obviously Andy running about in the car looking for and as if he was just going to find them in the streets. Anyway, so clearly the cunt was a no-show. We had to just wrap it up and say, look, got to get this done. We've only got the gym for another day or two, whatever it was, and we need to get this shit filmed. And there I am, making whale noises, just trying to put something on the camera. And then we've got David.
I made a decision. I said, Andy, return, and you will have the honour of acting with someone truly worthy of this production. You will have the honour of acting with David Campbell.
And Truffles, David decides he'll take it on. So at this point it's like, see when you've been playing a game and you get to like the final boss and you're like, that was what it was like originally, and then it's like when you think it's nearly done and then morphs into this other monster. That's what it was like at that point. So so we go in this ring, right, and he is pacing up and down the ring, slapping himself in the face. He's got this, it's boiling right, middle of summer. He's got this zip, I think it's either a hoodie or a zipper, zipped right up, sweat bashing off him, storming up and down the ring, slapping himself in the face and stuff.
I have minimal acting experience. But if my acting experience is minimal, David's acting experience is non-existent. What's less than non-existent? He's a black hole of acting talent. And he decides on the day that he can play this part. Big ball David Campbell suddenly is like, boom, I can do this part. And it was just ridiculous. It was like being part of someone's weird fever dream where he was now stealing scenes. It was so masochistic. I swear to God, he had an erection the whole time.
I know he's not an actor. I know he's a director. But the cunt needs to realise that if he's in the industry, he's got to have a bit about him. For some reason, he went from being an arsehole behind the camera to an even bigger arsehole on the camera.
Some of it was pretty dodgy as well, but most of it ended up getting deleted. But yeah, when I spoke to him on the phone last night, I think he has learned a lot of really interesting stuff over there. And I mean, just between you and I, but he told me as well, he just got the gig to make the new Woolworths advert in Australia, which is pretty cool as well.
Nice, yeah.
But,
yeah.
I think we'll do.
Did the toilets flush the opposite way in Australia? Or?
No.
I heard that somewhere.
No, I mean, that's just an old wives' tale. That wouldn't. Physics, you know.
I just don't get why the old wives would make something up like that.
Alright guys, let's get rolling. Alright, there's my superstar Andy. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Clive, this is Marty.
It's a
the trainer
pleasure.
I was,
Pleasure to meet you.
Put
Sure,
on
but-
board.
Sure.
There you go.
Well, Marty was saying, well, first of all, I thought you were getting this a wrestling ring.
What do you mean? What's wrong with this? This is a ring.
This is a boxing ring.
I don't know, man. Thought maybe you guys could use the headgear.
Well, they don't really use headgear. in
Listen,
wrestling.
man, I think you've got the wrong end of the stick here. Like, these training facilities are just not well equipped enough for Andy to train in. You see, the rope is far too loose, the ground is far too hard. If he tries to take a back bump in this, he is going to end up seriously injuring himself. The bottom line is we can't train here. However, if we were to move somewhere else,
No. I don't like that word. Can't. I don't like it.
I'm just trying to tell you the facts here, man. I'm just trying to tell you the way it has to be, the way it
Can't
is.
tell
Now,
me.
we can move
You want
somewhere.
to tell me, motherfucker? You want to fucking tell me? Do you think that fucking somebody told fucking Kubrick the fucking facts?
Man, Clive, you should try to
No,
help,
no,
man.
Andy. We don't need this fucking poisonous stench of a rotten fucking apple ruin our tree of miracles. I can't allow it.
I thought you didn't like that word. Can't.
Oh, you're a motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my gym!
You know what? Take this. Good luck, Andy.
Man,
I'm away.
Marty.
And fucking stay out, you fucking cocksucker! Jeez, what a nasty piece of work, am I right?
Mate, what the actual fuck?
Relax, dude, we don't fucking need them.
What, I don't have. I need to get trained. I don't have anyone to train me.
Andy, don't sweat it too much. I mean, I don't want to, be cocky or anything, but I was a brown belt in judo for a pretty long time, and I may not have trained in a couple of years, but I can show you a couple of things if you really need
And
to.
I actually tried Kendall in school once, but they stopped letting me do that. I not to teach it out.
So that'll be why I called Sticks then?
Nah, I don't think so.
No. Andy, I can train you. I'm a state champion.
Amateur wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, fucking wrestling! They call me the cat. But I tell you, I was more like a fucking lion. Like one of those lions in the Serengeti dominating the wildebeest and shit. I could have been a fucking Olympian if I didn't mess up my neck. Yeah, could have been an Olympian.
I don't know, man. You heard what Marty said. You know, it could be pretty dangerous. But I suppose if you think that we can do this, we might as well give it a go.
That's what I'm talking about, Andy. Carpe diem, my man. Now, fellas, let's get rolling. Woo!
Oh!
What the fuck are you doing?
Testing the lights.
Why the fuck are you testing the lights?
Thought it all went to shit. What is it bright then?
You could have fucking blinded all of us, and this whole fucking thing would have gone to shit.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a fucking tragedy?
Come on. I said, what are you? Come on, Andy, just one bump, man. One more, go ahead, keep going. Push. Come on, Andy, take a leap of faith. For fuck's sake, Andy. Stick, get in here and bang your head off the ground. Come on. That's it. Push it. Hold it.
Time moves along.
Hold that, push.
Being okay is postponed. I see morning
Push. Hold it.
some proves just as dim. Necessary sights upon you read. Etched in your
try and get a good grip on it.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Steve.
No, everybody shut the fuck up. Go ahead and do it. Do it. Go on. Keep going. Push. Harder. Push. Push. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Push. He's fine. He's just unconscious. Just unconscious. Try again. One more. Hit that. Son of a bitch! God damn it! That's it! What are you saying? Fuck, you alright? Are you alright? You pushed yourself too hard, man. Come on. You alright?
Is it okay?
You alright?
I said earlier about how we filmed like everywhere I ever lived over the last 3 years. David has filmed. I would get the keys to a place I'd be moving into, and he's like, can I use your place? Can I use it for? I want to make a set. We're gonna shoot a scene here, you know. And so the carnival shows up inevitably at wherever I live when all this kit that doesn't work, and all these sort of mishmash of people, and Andy Mitchell and his little carts just driving them up, and driving them in.
The first day after we filmed the initial interviews, the first day of filming actually took place at one of Keir's flats, which I didn't even need to offer. In hindsight, the hotel owners back in the day would have let Mary and Joseph in on that Christmas night, and I think Keir saw that he didn't want to make the same mistake of not having the Messiah of filmmaking film in his humble abode. So he invited me.
Some nice settings, homely settings with mugs still on the table and everything. It was really authentic and stuff, We shot in Keir's one day and fuck me, it was so hot. In fact, the whole day me and Nicky just kept talking about how we wanted to get to fuck and go get a McDonald's because we were just so done with that day. Everything was a fucking shambles.
Fucking hell. He was there for days, and one of the days, it's the middle of summer. It's the hottest day of the year in Scotland. It was fucking hot for me.
But yeah, that was a stinker of a day. As hot as hell as it was outside, the acting was not shit hot. The acting was the opposite. And don't even get me started on David that day. I think that was the day he might have had aneurysm. And instead of, seeking medical help, he decided he was just going to fucking abuse all of us.
Yes, it was a warm day, but the sun always shines on David Campbell. What can I say?
Last summer, William and I took some horses time, and I swear to God, if you let me into that back, you're a fucking machine. I'll show you, and you'll feel like you're a fucking machine.
So what's Andy like as a roommate?
Oh, he's alright, I suppose.
Yeah, he's great. Nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
But he never really leaves the flat apart from uni. Never mind bringing 4 random guys round to the house.
Well, it's good to see he has pals, though.
Yeah, it's nice.
Could use a bit of notice, though.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I can't feel it. Can't feel what, Andrew?
Anything.
You'll be fine, Andy. Just need to work on your condition. That's all it is, man. Listen, I know a girl. Her name's Flo, and let me tell you, she knows some things. Yeah, she knows some things. Anyways, I'll see if I can get her around to the gym on Wednesday. How about that?
As if I'm alive Wednesday.
That's the spirit, Andy. No pain, no gain, champ. No pain, no gain.
Why am I the only one that's got to...
Oh, fucking hell! Fucking idiot! What are you doing? So you bumped your head, affected your fucking brain. You could have ruined the entire production.
It's fucking boiling.
Damn.
Alternator.
Are you alright?
I said you had to alternate it.
What's wrong with you? Jesus.
So there was a line in the film, essentially the character of Phil Smith, who was a local promoter, was he was on the phone, and essentially I had to deliver this line, and I just, the way it came off, I couldn't really say it as well, so there was multiple takes.
Scene 80. Fuck off, Phil Smith. Take 1. Take 2.
Phil Smith, go fuck yourself.
Cut! Fuck off, Phil Smith. Take 3.
I'll just go fuck yourself. Fuck off, Phil Smith.
Cut.
And I know that it can be hard in that pressure. You're not an actor. It can be hard under the pressure to get your lines right. But the disgusting behaviour from David is unacceptable.
He got it in like the second or third time. David, being the director that he is, made him do it, I think, 11 or 12 times.
Fuck off, Phil Smith. Take 4. Fuck off, Phil.
Fuck all, Phil Smith.
Oh! Scene. Sound. Scene 80. Fuck off, Phil Smith. C. Take 5.
Fuck off, Phil Smith.
No!
I don't know how.
Cut!
But it was just the rhythm of it was really difficult, and I changed it sometimes, but I could see that David just was not happy. So,
And I consoled Andy. I consoled him. He cried on my shoulder. All because he couldn't say fuck off Phil Smith.
Over and over again. It felt... But I was shocked when he said it was 11. I thought he made him do it about 30 times. It was like he was trying to be like Stanley Kubrick, like breaking him down to the point where he couldn't do it any other way apart from how David... He only got it wrong once.
Take 6. Take 7. Take 8. Take 9.
yeah, there was just a lot of takes, but it was just a weird thing to... I don't know, it just didn't come off the tongue as smooth as it was written.
Scene 80. Fuck off, Phil Smith. C. Take 10. Take 11.
Fuck off, Phil Smith.
I suppose that works.
The first time I could excuse, because maybe he's just not into it. Maybe he doesn't hate Phil Smith enough, because it's about hating someone, to really feed that line. Second time, same problem. Third time, same problem. By the time we get to the fourth time, I'm starting to question whether it's me that's the issue. And I consider that for probably a good half a second before I realise, no, it can't be. I am David Campbell, So I think, understandably, I started to get a bit aggrieved by this, and we kept going and we kept going, and eventually what I realised was, this isn't a bad thing. This isn't only a lesson for Andy. This is a lesson for everyone else. This is a lesson in learning the character, learning the script, and learning how to be angry. And that leads us on to reason number 3, why not to make a movie. Sometimes, despite being a good person, you need to make yourself the bad guy for the greater good.
My big day in the movie was this yoga day, right? So my character was meant to be like, they were all doing yoga, but my character was taking particular exemption to it, which I suppose I probably would. So before this film's even started, right, David's like, I'm writing this and I've got you in mind. And this is going to be a big day for you. You need to be right out your comfort zone. And I was like, I don't like being out my comfort zone. That's why it's my fucking comfort zone. I'm comfortable in it. And he was pushing me. So I was like, see if I'm pushed enough, I'll just go, okay, that's fine. I'm like the ideal victim. So then we in the lead up to this day, right, so we're filming every day and everyone's doing loads of stuff, but always fixating on is me in this scene, texting me all the time, like at ridiculous hours of the night, saying, this is what I need from you, I need you to shout, I need you to pretend there's no one else in the room, all this fucking nonsense. Literally all I was just shouting that I wasn't doing yoga. So it gets to the day, right, and he's like trying to pure psych me up for it. It keeps going on and on and on about it. We get to it, literally takes 2 takes. 2. The first one was fine as well, but I think he wanted it not to be fine. He was going, no, we'll do another one just for safety. Honestly, I could have killed him. I think that's why it was fine, because I was probably genuinely angry.
Hey guys, you don't have to worry about that stuff. You can set it down. We're not going to use it. Excuse me? We're not going to use any of the equipment today.
We're not going to do any filming today.
Nah, if we need anything, we'll just get it from these guys.
And who are these guys?
Oh, did I not mention it?
No, it doesn't fucking matter.
Come on, hurry up. Just want to introduce yourself then?
Okay, lovely.
Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name's Florence. I guess you all know what you're doing here today. Together, we're going to explore the cosmic realms. Here, Arshel, want to shut up for a second? It's okay. I've met folks like him before.
Why is it 5 months?
Because we're all doing it.
I'm not doing it.
It's a fucking team building experience.
Mate, I'm not doing yoga.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
I'm not doing yoga.
Come on, mate, it'll be a laugh.
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm fucking fed up with this. We're fucking doing yoga.
Mate, I'm not doing fucking yoga.
So what was Stephen like when he was younger?
A wee arsehole.
John!
A wee miserable, whiny arsehole. Still is, and you know it's true.
John!
You remember the time we took him to Disney World?
Rein your neck in, John.
He was walking up and down with his face fucking tripping him. You'd have thought we asked him to go and take a picture with fucking Kevin fucking Spacey.
Oh, John. Aye, he's a wee bastard.
Aye, fucking arsehole.
You need this.
I need this.
Okay, everyone. So first things first, I'm going to get everyone to control their breathing. So I need everyone to inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now I need everyone to lie face down on the mat with their hands flat out by their side. And we're going to push up.
My back.
It's okay, my lovely. Just hold it.
Come on, just hold it.
It's so though.
It's Flo, man. She knows things. She's a genius.
And release.
Oh, my.
It's okay, my lovely. I have given your back with new life.
She fucked my back more than before. Bye, Flo. Bye.
Man, wasn't she great?
No.
I mean, I feel like a new man, like one with the universe or whatever the fuck she just said.
No. Well, in spite of that being a massive waste of all of our times, I still think we could have at least filmed it so we had some footage to use.
Why do you have to? You're fucking up my chai. Like, it doesn't matter. We can use their film anyways.
Okay, so unless you're drinking some kind of chai tea, I think what you meant to say was chi. I fucked up your chi. And secondly, Clive, you got to be cautious, right? Because I don't know anything about this young lady's camera work. I mean, no offense, my dear. You might be excellent.
What did I say? They don't exist.
They look pretty real to me, Clive.
Just tell us why they're here.
Why the fuck do you need to know?
Spit it out, we're a
It's annoying
team.
me.
Be honest.
Just tell us. Tell us why they're
Clive,
here.
seriously, what's the
No!
agenda?
No, I'm not giving the
Okay,
satisfaction.
Bye, Clive. Bye, Clive. No! You big American baby. Do you want to hold that? It looks pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's fucking heavy.
Yeah, I'll take it from.
I know David was quite, he had a vision, and you have to respect that. And I know I sort of clashed with him, but I can see what he was trying to do. But I sort of realised that the rest of the cast were really kind of struggling. Again, most of them were David's friends, and the only one that was really an actor was Keir.
Keir's cool, man. I met Keir when we did that other short film that he wrote. He's a good guy. He's fucking funny.
And Jack was like lovely. He was like probably one of the funniest guys on set.
Higgins is really the only reason I agreed to do it, because I thought, I'm fine if he's there. I'll just pick a bit with him. Me and him were probably for the first few days pretty rude. Like, we would go for lunch, just me and him, and stuff like that. Like, just stick with each other. As it kind of grew, we did socialise with other people, and it was more enjoyable when we done that.
So as I touched on, we were like a family. I remember the first impressions. Everyone was great. First day of filming was such a laugh. Like, just for new experiences like me, I know some of the guys that had worked with David, guys and girls, had done some of this stuff before. Had camera work, sound work, even some acting as well. So for me, this was stepping out of my comfort zone, and these people who I looked up to as people, even though they're not experts, I looked up to them as people who seriously knew what they were doing and took it really seriously.
Nicky, like, he's been David's friend quite long, but that kind of helped with his character because his character was quite stern. So I don't think they've kind of seen the benefits of it.
I have a lot of time for Jack and Nicky. I think they are fucking stand-up guys. Super professional. Like, they always showed up, always tried the best, always good tack, always made you feel like you were in good company. And they knew David, because they knew David better than I did. They were really my first line of defense between him, between his fury and my personal and mental well-being.
Andy was great, man. Andy was like the rest of us, don't really act in many things and stuff like that. And he just, like my fucking shite character says, just wanted to wrestle and that. He wanted to go and do wrestling training, I think. And he was pure buzzing, showing me and Higgins about it. It was nice. It was really nice.
It's just, it's great. It's great to see that kind of camaraderie, and I'll always value that, even if it is slightly in the shadow of that prick.
I went away for a little bit, thinking that maybe by the time I got back, this would all be over. It was not over. I moved into this little place. It was wee and it was cheap, and it wasn't on a street. It was in an alleyway. It wasn't like the nicest. I loved my flat. It was great. But obviously I was like, this is not going to be the aesthetically pleasing enough for David to film there. No, he doesn't care. He arrives, I'm there, I've returned for a very short period of time, and he's there with the crew in this flat I'd started living in McGovern when I got back to Scotland. And seeing back on that day, again, for all the disasters, we shot, Nicky and Jack and me were shooting a scene. Joe had fucked off to America. Not long after I'd got back to Scotland, David, instead of rewriting the script, tells me to impersonate Joe to do his lines, to bring them up to speed. So this is the sort of shit he's directing us with.
I think at this point I've got like 2 lines. All I really had to do was to let the camera pan in on my face. So we get round, right, and Keir's got this line where he has to be American Joe, this American character. So we get round, Keir does the most stereotypical hillbilly accent I'd ever heard. I hope it gets shown in amongst all this nonsense. Honestly, throughout this whole thing, I was extremely moody. This one time, I physically could not stop laughing. I think we'd done maybe 6 or 7 takes, and it would get all the way through the whole thing. He would say one word, and I would be in tears with laughter.
I don't know, the lack of planning was just an absolute abysmal. Like, Keir said he had written this song. I mean, again, everybody's going to put some effort into this, and we thought, right, well, David wanted it to be as impromptu as possible, as spontaneous as possible. And the very first time I heard the song was in the first take. And it was so difficult to shoot, not because the song was bad, the song was great, the song was hilarious.
And it was weird, and my flat was teeny, and David had blocked it all, so we were just compressed into the smallest bit of my room. Like, we were all like squeezed in, and David is there's the whole rest of the room, and he's got the whole thing, and he's just like shouting commands, and we were like refugees in the corner, it was just crazy. And it was terrible. It was objectively terrible filmmaking.
So explain to me again why you didn't bring a jacket this morning.
Just in a rush and I forgot to lift that.
The fuck are you doing here at this time?
I don't mind. It's still yesterday anyway.
Why run that one by me again, Mastermind?
It's just that I didn't bother sleeping last night, so still yesterday for me.
I'm not sure that's how the day's work, you fucking gun. But anyway, apparently we're supposed to be seeing the gentleman that lives in this flat here about him composing the entrance music for Andrew's match.
Yeah, but he's expecting us now though.
What'd that fucking message say again? I'm sure Clive told us it was supposed to be this early. I'll read you, and I quote from the message he sent me last night. He says, "Hey gang, hope you're having a great morning. Listen, I'm preparing my place for our moral boosting friendship party thing tonight. So unfortunately, I don't think it'd be the best use of my time to be with y'all today, boss." Oh.
Thanks, it really takes that long to tidy your room a bit. Fucking Yankee Doodle bastard, man.
But check it on Tom. He's had plenty of time to get the music done. If it's shipped, just let them know and report back to me. I'll see you rabble-rouser tonight.
What a load of pish, man.
Painstakingly accurate. Besides the point, this is the place. Let's go chat to this guy.
This bastard couldn't be arsed getting up this morning.
Time to even anyways.
It's 6:50.
It's what?
6:50.
It's fucking 6:50.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 7, mate. It's not fucking 6:50.
I don't know what the issue is. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's fucking 10 to 7. It's not 6:50.
It's the same.
It's not the same fucking thing.
Your pedanticism makes
It's
me want to
fucking
strangle
10 to
you
7,
sometimes.
mate.
Wait. If it's 6:50, would that not make it 6.5? Which makes it half 7.
You really are a fucking moron, mate.
I think you should leave him alone. You know what?
So how did Liam get to be called Sticks?
So when Mum and Dad died, he sort of regressed into himself, and we didn't really know what to do with him. We didn't know what to bring out his shell, and the kids around here, to not put too fine a point in it, are wee pricks. And at the local school, all the same local kids go there, and it was the teachers that started calling him Sticks, because at break time it was the only time he came out his shell, and he was just playing with sticks, but his imagination ran wild, so it sort of stuck and we all called him it.
It's not incorrect.
Well, do you know what?
Represents the same
Do
amount
you know
of
what?
times I'm not getting-
You're a prick.
Aye, mate. You're on a date and you're dressed like a fucking rainbow.
Nah, that's
Oh
fine.
no!
You don't need to say that.
No, that's fine.
Older, man.
No,
Leave him
that's
alone.
Stephen. That's really nasty. You can't go around talking to people like that. Don't tell me to fuck off, and don't tell me he looks like a fanny, because he does look like a fanny. But he's woke up early in the morning at 6:50. I come down.
fucking 7, mate.
It's 6:50. It doesn't matter. It's the same amount of time. Thank you.
So did Clive tell you the crew were coming round today?
No, not at all. And especially not this time of the morning. No? You think it's shit?
I think it's shit.
Not that it's shit, it's not really what I imagined.
Yeah, it doesn't really scream, psychopathic killer to me.
I thought Clive had said there was something a bit more comedic, something a bit more upbeat. No?
Really?
Really?
Do you mind if I see the guitar sing? I just had something a little different in mind.
Yeah.
For the song. I don't know. It's like on the fly, but it'd be like kind of. He's a bad motherfucker and he's gonna fuck your mother. He's a headbutt. He's got an STI from licking some girl's ass. He's a headbutt. Like a little bit heavy, and he goes, oh, he's a headbutt. 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 Ah, headbutt. Headbutt.
It's the worst music in history.
Thanks very much, Tom.
Excellent. See you, man, Tom. We're going to jam at some point. We'll get songs out. Take it easy.
Thank you so much, man.
Tom, actually, can I just have a look? I'm just wondering, what did Clive say when he was talking about the music? What did he describe the character as?
He described it as the character as you're playing like a big bumbling idiot, man.
A big bumbling idiot?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, that's all he said, man.
Fair enough. Nice to meet you anyways, man.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Have a good one.
Definitely.
Fuck.
You're a miserable wee prick, and you've never cared about nothing in your life. Tell me that again.
Fuck off, mate.
Walk away.
Oh, you guys were great.
Oh, boo-hoo. Clive's gonna miss you. Fuck yourself, Stephen. I'm out.
Thanks for coming, mate.
was really looking forward to tonight.
Joe Thomas was cast as Clive Carlin Lane, who I have personally, or I did have a personally good relationship with. Me and Joe were very good friends. Joe was the type of guy who would do anything for you. And not only that, he would do it with a smile on his face. He would want to help you. And he did some good work while he was with us. He wasn't with us as long as I would like him to be.
Joe, he was there for most of it, but he kind of got to leave, and I think a lot of people were actually upset, mostly because he fitted into the group, but I think mostly because he managed to escape the sort of film and not have to deal with David anymore.
Joe is good to have around because he's like a typical American. He's like so enthusiastic, just like happy to be there. Good vibes, as people would say. No me, but and but he ended up patching it halfway through, which meant a complete rewrite. Everyone else seemed pretty annoyed at that. I was just filled with jealousy.
Yeah, I really miss Joe. You know, he and I were really close, and he means a lot to me. And I think if it hadn't been for him being so enthusiastic, you know, Joe is one of these guys who really believes in the American dream. Like, and I thought that would rub off on David. And I guess even the American, you know, it was the American nightmare working with David.
He really, really has a chance now to kick on and excel from his career if he didn't have this big black smudge, on his resume now that he now has. Luckily for him, he got out before it was too late. Joe would have done anything. In the beginning, Joe would have done anything for this film and for David. By the end of it, it meant nothing to him. So he fucked off, he packed his bags and he fucked off. And Jesus, my biggest regret is not going with him.
Reason number 4 not to make a movie is that sometimes people will leave you. And people will think the grass is greener on the other side. And I need to realise that not everyone is as emotionally intelligent as I am. And that one day they'll regret the decisions they make.
I remember my flatmate Michael was in a musical and I was going to go see it. And David invited himself along. And I mean, it was disastrous. Like, it was a very good musical. And anything slightly funny, they would go, ha ha ha, and make a real like idiot of himself in front of everyone. And I'll never forget that night because I was mortified sitting next to him. But one really good thing did come of that night, which was that there was this guy performing in the musical with Michael called Luke Wright. Phenomenal. He was just blew us away that night. And David, for all his sociopathy, does have effectively no shame because of this. So we come out of the musical and wait at the doors and spot him, and David just like slammed and grabbed him. He's like, I want you to be in my film, I want you to play this part. And Luke, bless him, he's such a nice guy, agreed to do it.
And I don't know if you know what it's like to finally see someone who matches you on an artistic level. But I certainly hadn't before then, and it was beautiful. It's the closest thing I can imagine to how Mary felt when she was visited by the angel Gabriel.
And my goodness, what a performer that guy is. I remember standing there in absolute awe of this guy. You know, I'd never heard of him, never met him in my life, and he walked up and I thought, oh, here we go again. Here we've got another pretender trying to make a movie or try to.
It comes in, you know, the definition of professionalism, and yeah, fucking just knocked it out of the park. And I think all of us, it's like having a good captain in the squad. All of us were pretty jazzed up because of it.
Fucking eloquent he was, and how just eccentric he was off the camera, and then as soon as the camera hit, he had to play this agent or promoter, and just like the way he completely switched from being Luke to being Phil Smith.
That's it, champ. There you go. There you go.
Did the chemistry in the team feel better after the party?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Felt like we were doing great. Rolling on all cylinders.
So what was the team dynamic like?
Aye, it was class, mate. We're like a proper team. You know, like Ninja Turtles or like Team America or something.
Oh, shit. Alright. Yeah, I think. I'm sorry about that, man. Trying to get some.
And then it all went to shit.
Yeah, man, let's see. I'm really
sorry.
sorry.
Don't worry, I know what you're obsessing with.
It's just a pure accident.
Don't worry, it's sort of a recurring feature. Right, let's get set up by the ring. I want to get some shots of Andy doing his promo. Who's that?
Phil Smith.
Phil Smith?
Not today. What's it, Phil Smith?
So who's Phil Smith?
Phil Smith. He's like the godfather of Northeastern wrestling. He's got the whole of Northumbria on lock. I knew he was up for a match, but I didn't think I'd get a chance to meet him.
So he's a wrestler?
No, he's a promoter.
Oh.
Phil!
Clive! Well,
what are you doing here?
I just thought I'd pop in and see how things are going. Is that the man himself?
That's him. Andy.
Hey.
This is Phil.
Phil Smith.
It's nice to meet you. The pleasure's all mine, my friend. Pleasure's all mine.
Anyways, we were getting ready to set up for the promo if you want to stand here and watch.
Well, will that really be necessary?
What do you mean?
Well, last we met, you told me the character was an illiterate mute. A bumbling, awkward, dancing idiot.
I think he must have.
What?
He must have got the name the wrong wrestler. Don't worry about it. No, stay safe up for the clearly Clive just gave him the wrong name, so. Pumped up heading instructions for men.
Okay, guys, a little miscommunication, but let's go ahead and get ready and set up. Yeah? Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
It's going to take me a couple of seconds just to set this up, alright?
Oh, you alright?
Go.
Alright, Andy, you ready to go?
Yeah. How do you want me to do this?
Just the way we discussed, man. That'd be perfect.
So not like a big bumbling idiot.
Oh, you got it
Haha. Clive, you good? 'Cause I'm ready. Cam's ready. Andy, you good?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Right on. Alright, lights. Shaking. Sound.
Sound speed.
Alright, Andy's promo rehearsal, take 1. And action.
Pain. Destruction. Trauma. Can I start again?
Yeah, just start from the top. You're doing great. Just keep going.
Pain. Destruction. Trauma. These are the things that you'll feel if you're stepping into the ring with me. Headbutt. Why do you call me headbutt? Because I'm going to headbutt you so hard that your family you won't even remember your family's name. I'm not just a man, I'm more than a man. I am a destroyer of men. I am. Sorry, my boring you.
Oh, no. It's all good, man. You're good. I love it. But something's come up, so I've got to bounce. But you keep doing you, champ. Good work, Clive. Hey, it's nothing important. Just some fucking simpleton trying his best to shoot a fucking promo.
Hey, Phil. I'll catch you later, man.
Oh, I almost forgot. If you still want my guys to come and shoot the match, Just let me know if you need any special shots or anything like that, okay?
Excuse me? What? It's a great guy, isn't he? That's great.
Especially about that last bit. Something you're saying, if you still want my guys to shoot the match, something about special equipment. Do you mind elaborating on that for us?
Listen, guys, it's nothing personal, man.
I'm going to take it personal. I'm going to take it really personal, actually, because we've been busting our ass all the time. And if you're going to bomb us out at the last minute, I'm going to take it personally.
No, it's not that. It's just these guys, they've got a lot of experience filming matches, and it's just really good, and they're worth every penny, man. It's just...
So you can afford to pay them, but you can't afford to get us food any day we've been here.
It's not like that, man. It's just...
It seems that way. I thought we were going well. I thought we were actually bonding as a team.
Yeah.
Now you come with this, you pull the rug under us at the last second. All this planning and preparation and work was gone into it. No, don't give me this listen man shit. You're an egomaniac, that's all you are. And you're totally willing to sacrifice our hard time and effort for your personal project. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm actually not a big fan of you. Man, I was on the phone with William last night telling him about how...
Here we fucking go. William. Fucking William. You ever stop for one fucking minute to think the reason I don't like listening to you is because you non-stop fucking talk about your fucking boyfriend?
If that's really the way you're feeling, honestly, and all you've done is prove my point further. You're just like this, Clive, okay? You're like this, you're like slime. That's all you are. And you're not going to mistreat me, and I don't want you to mistreat these guys any longer. So, go fuck yourself.
Fuck it, leave.
Best luck with your little project.
Leave. Go.
Bye, Clive.
I fucking need you anyway. Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna go too.
Why?
Cecil just went to shit.
Well, fucking good riddance. We didn't need you either. Fuck it. You alright, champ? We're still good, right? You alright?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Apparently I'm a big bumbling idiot.
Fuck off, man.
Fuck off. This fucking place is a dive, and we've been coming in here fucking trying to help you out with your passion project. These guys have been doing everything, and you've not even shown them any thanks whatsoever. You know what? Fuck that. I'm going as well. Fuck this. Find someone else to do your film, champ.
Fuck it, leave! I don't fucking need any of you! I can do this by my fucking self! You guys will each fucking regret this, every single one of you!
Should I?
Go! Fucking leave! Just put the shit down and go! Oh, fuck!
So essentially, as the film sort of was going on, it kind of started to realise that the character of Clive had a lot of the characteristics that David was bringing onto the set as the director, as that sort of the sort of pushing the limits and, you know, kind of terrorising the crew. David is a talented man, but you can't really get into his head.
Listen, you've got to understand that David's one of my lifelong friends. We grew up together, you know, we've been best buddies for, as long as I can remember.
You would see when people will watch this, they'll think me and David aren't friends. We are actually very close friends. But see, when he becomes a director, he's a different person.
You know, when I first met him, I was like smitten by him. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was creative. He was the first sort of person I met that broke me out of this sort of small town mould.
Then when this film happened, he just became... You couldn't really talk to him about anything apart from the film. That's what it became at some point. It just broke him down completely.
What this movie has proved to me is that when you have a dream or when you have a notion for something, it can seriously destroy you.
I'm sorry, David, that it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, and that you didn't work out the way you hoped you would either. But then again, I didn't.
I'll never stop being friends with him for it, but it's definitely made me question a lot.
So there was this time as well where I was trying to pick up, or trying to get to Gear's flat and I couldn't find where the flat...
No. That's enough.
What do you mean? I'm talking to the cat. You're not invited to this.
I've heard what you've been saying.
But you've been listening in.
What?
I've been listening. I've heard the things you've been saying. It's not true. You know it's not
It is true.
You know it's
this
not
is true. Don't delete this footage because this is as close as you're going to get to
Please.
redemption if you let us say what we have to say. If you,
It's absolutely all your
It's all
fault.
my fault. Right, just fucking get out.
Mate.
Just go. I don't fucking care. You know, maybe if one of them had twisted the truth a bit, I would have been fine with that. But the fact that all three of them could be so malicious about what happened and hate me so much for it that that's just shit. It's just shit. I didn't go into this trying to upset anyone. I just wanted to make a film. And I wanted my friends along for the ride. And I think it's clear that reasons 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 for this film failing are Andy, Joe, Keir, Jack, and Nikki. I just wanted to make a film. And you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do it. We're done. We're done here. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting myself through this. Didn't actually want to record anything else today. But I just remembered that I had something else that I wrote this song for the film, and it was meant to go somewhere. I can't remember. Basically, it's about not giving up on your dreams when things seem at their lowest, which of course is the case for Andy at some points in the story. But I don't know why, I'll just play it for you anyway. As well. I'm not the best guitar player on the planet, or the best singer, far from it, so just bear with me. Oh, I hate when dreamers cry. Oh, I hate when their dreams die. I hate when poets fall. I wish the music goodbye. I weep when singers fall silent. I rage at tired eyes. And please don't fail the fallen dreamers. Don't let the fire burn you too. Yeah, please don't fail the fallen dreamers. Keep the light alive inside of you. And please don't fail the fallen dreamers. Don't let the fire burn you too. And please don't fail the fallen dreamers. Keep the light alive
inside of you. I hate when dreamers cry.
Come on.
I'm not going to get him like that.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Probably not a good time, but is Andy home?
Yeah, I think he's in. Andy! There's someone here to see you.
You guys care if I came in?
I think it's probably best you wait outside, man. I don't think Andy really wants to see you.
Hey, what's up?
Wait, hold on, man. Hold on. Hey. Can we go for a run?
Why?
Sorry, I'm getting rid of these guys.
So during the set, David did actually ask a lot for me. I essentially thought I was coming in just to act, and it turns out that I would be there as long as what David was. I would be there doing sound. He'd be using my car all the time, considering that my car isn't the most reliable. And yeah, so it was quite stressful for me because I'm trying to act and trying to get into character, and I'm also having to worry about how the sound's coming out. So I was under a little bit of pressure. It was tough and it was hard, but I don't regret any of it. A little part of me just wishes that David kind of was just a bit better with people, but at the end of the day, it was an experience, and I hope he's learned from it, and that's kind of really all I have to say about that. So I'm not going to say anything more. So I'm just going to leave.
I'm really sorry, Andy. I heard what you were saying. I'm sorry. You're right. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Right now. No. I'm sorry. It's okay. I fucked up, man. I fucked up. I'm sorry. You were brilliant. It was me. I'm sorry. I fucked it up. I fucked it all up.
Fuck, stop!
Yeah, I think we lost him anyway. Listen, come back in.
Why should I?
Cause I realized I was being a jackass and we fucking need you, man.
You will be a jackass.
I know, but the truth is that we've got to finish this, man.
You don't need me. You just need somebody. I just happened to be walking across the street and you saw me.
No, that's not true, man. It needs to be you.
Why? Because you've got footage of me already?
Like, you just need somebody to be in front of your camera to be a dancing idiot or whatever.
Fuck off, man. Don't put that on me. You've got your own problems. Clearly you have your own issues you got to deal with.
I've got issues. I'm not the fucking arsehole who hired a camera crew to follow him around.
You think I fucking hired them? We've been trying to get rid of them for the past hour.
Who the fuck are they then?
My dad hired them. My piece of shit dad hired them to follow us around and film us, okay?
Why? I don't understand.
Alright, okay. My dad owns a big... He's fucking rich. He owns a business back in Wichita. He's just a businessman. And he's always wanted me to do it as well, since I was like fucking 10. But all I've ever wanted to do is make films. But he just thought that was a fucking stupid idea.
So what, you just jumped on a plane and came to Glasgow?
I wish it was that easy. No, I lied to him, man. And when he found out that I was doing film, he fucking wanted to see some of my own material in it. The course wasn't as practical as I thought it had been. And so he fucking hired these assholes to come out here and film us to show me that he can make a better film than me without even fucking trying. To put pressure on me to quit. You're not the only one that's got issues you've got to deal with.
Okay, I'll come back. But I need some assurance.
Are you serious? You name it, I'll fucking insure it. What do you need covered?
Not insurance, assurance. You know, you need to get that prick fucking Phil Smith off.
But he's getting us in his show.
Yeah, but we can do it without him.
Okay, alright, I'll call him tomorrow.
Right. But you also need to, like, trust me more. You know, you need to tell me stuff. You can't hold anything back. You know, you can't keep me in the dark. You know, we've got to work as a team this time. We've got to be the fucking mega pillars. You know, we need everyone.
Alright. Even that prick Michael?
Yeah, I suppose so.
And Steven? You don't find him, yeah, kind of annoying?
Steven's alright. What's the problem with Steven?
Alright, you're right. Come on, let's see if we can get these guys to give us a lift home still.
Your dad sounds like a right Fruit Loop, by the way.
Oh man, you don't even know the half of it. So you sure this is necessary?
Absolutely.
I just don't think it's gonna work. I don't think he'll answer. So maybe should we just call back later or something? Reevaluate this? I don't think he's good. Hello? Hey, Phil? I kind of wanted to tell you something. I think something's come up. Not really sure how to put it, but just yeah.
Fuck off, Phil Smith.
I've decided to come back because I remembered that I didn't get the chance to talk about the wrestling match. Essentially, I'd been looking for a wrestling ring for the best part of 2 years, and no one would give me it. People kept saying I was inexperienced, that this was a nothing production, and despite what I said, nothing would change their mind. Eventually, Reckless Intent Wrestling agreed to let me use their wrestling ring, and I cried on the way home with happiness because I knew that we would be able to film the end of the movie.
So we get to the day of filming, and David's character, Marty, is training me, and he gets one of his friends who's also a wrestling trainer, and I can't remember his character's name, but the guy called Matt, and he was really lovely. And essentially, I used my wrestling training to appear at I was a bad wrestler because obviously I had like a crash course of like 4 weeks to learn. So essentially, I used what I knew and like basically knew what not to do instead to do that. So that was a very sore day. My body was in bits. I was surprised I actually was able to do the match the next day.
Was this day? It was supposed to be the culmination of the film when Andy was going to have a big wrestling match. Also surreal. I am picked up by David's dad, who takes me to this wrestling ring, which was a very illuminating experience for me, getting to talk to David's dad about David and, you know, him growing up. And he's, you know, David's dad's telling me stories about they would go out and, you know, like break the necks of pigeons and stuff as a child and all this stuff. And I was like, this makes so much sense.
Well, that was one of the most surreal days I've ever experienced in my life. I was hungover to fuck. I can't even remember where I was. I'd been out. I don't think I got home until about 6 in the morning. And then realised, shit, I need to go fucking film this. So managed to get the lift and got there. The whole day I was just thinking, wow, I want to curl up in a ball and disappear.
At this point, right, so I think he says like a week and a half before, he's like, right guys, got this big wrestling thing, whatever this date is. I'd already booked to go to Manchester to go and see Disclosure, which I'd wanted to see for quite some time. So he's going, right, well, you'll need to cancel that then, won't you? So obviously I said, well, no.
I walk up to Jack and I say, how you doing? And Jack goes, hey, meet Nicky's stunt double. And there's this guy with just dark hair playing Nicky. And I was like, Nicky, you fuck.
The only saving grace of it is that Andy finally got to have a wrestling match. He got to live out the fantasy that was kind of the reasoning for the film in the first place.
In the middle of it all was Andy Mitchell standing in the middle of a wrestling ring, and when I saw that, I think I finally remembered why I wanted to do this in the first place.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. One fall! Introducing first. Beat a cup into the ring by Swifty Marty Collins. From Huddersfield, Glasgow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Strat! And his opponent. Making his way to the ring from Barton, Glasgow, making his professional wrestling debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome is your winner,
Yeah, I don't know why I've come today, you know. Maybe it's because, you know, there was so much that happened during that time. Like, it wasn't all bad.
And I guess the one thing I'm thankful for was that it gave us a fucking real sense of home and purpose. It was a shit show, but it was our shit show, you know, and we could go back to it every week. When you're at your very worst, you know what's still going to be there to do? David's fucking movie. When you're flying and you're super confident and you think everything's going well and right, you know what you still got to do? David's movie.
If there is even a slight chance that this shit show can make somebody happy, make somebody smile or laugh, then, well, it makes it even a wee bit worth it.
You could say what you want about his directing style and how he was with the crew, but at the end of the day, since I was a boy, I always dreamed of, you know, maybe one day being a wrestler, and, you know, I got to live that dream. I managed to perform in front of an audience.
Yeah, that is genuinely the only saving grace. And if it wasn't for my support of Andy, and I think the same for Keir, we would have left long ago.
It was nice. I was glad. I was happy for him at the end of the day, and I think, yeah, I'm happy for Andy. He did.
I think when I look back at it now, I'm just happy that I wish I'd been able to see Andy finally being able to like show what he'd learned, because it's a bit of money to go to these wrestling things, and it is a learning process. So I'm glad he got to show it to certain people what he'd actually put into that, because as I said, I think Andy Mitchell just wanted to be a wrestler.
That's the movie. That's our movie. It's done. I mean, it was long. It was hard, but at least it's finished. Not too bad. Not too bad.
David, what's the 10th reason?
A 10th reason? Jesus. 10th reason not to make a movie is probably don't do it if you're going to be a dick about it, Brian. To be honest with you. Just be kind, treat people with respect. Something I didn't do, I think, to be honest. I think that's me finished in this space. That's me done making movies. That'll be my final curtain call, you know. But I did have an idea for a sequel though.
We've been caught in the unfortunate creation of a psychopath's mind.
Champagne song and cash in the sand.